pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
It's a little bit
Follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series live from the Bristol Motor Speedway right here on JTN. We're so glad you're joining us here tonight from Thunder Valley. Hello and welcome. My name is JoeTowNetwork, joined up here in the booth tonight by the one, the only Mr. Joseph Weaver. Weaver, buddy, welcome back to Bristol, and boy howdy, we got a good night of short track racing in store for the fans at home.
That we do, Joe. Should be saying welcome back to you. I just stayed up here after our TMP races last week, but
they built. Look at the grandstands they built. Sorry to cut you off,
they
but
built them up quick. It looks great out here. It looks like nothing ever changed.
But it's going to be a great night of racing. These guys, they're here. They were here yesterday. They're here today. They're here tomorrow night as part of their Truck Cup and Xfinity Series seasons. 175 laps each night. It's a long, grueling race around this half-mile track. It's still only, 175 divided by 2. Math is hard, give or take, 80, 90 miles, but that's still a long, long time and a grueling race behind the wheel of one of these stock cars.
Yeah, Joe, I think that it, more than anything, like you said, grueling race, just a lot of attrition through this. Going to have to be careful, hit your marks through these corners, and find that rhythm, because once you lose it, it's going to be tough to get it back here at Bristol.
Our producer is going to go crazy tonight, too, because we, of course, are at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Bristol, our producer, on the cams tonight. He's going to do a great job. He's showing you all the action, because, again, dude's named after this place, so he loves it. Qualifying has concluded. Weaver, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
With pleasure, Joe. Taking pole position, set a time of 15.579. It's the 18 car of Tyler Mallon. Starting outside row 1 is going to be the 5 of Zach Rogers. Row 2, we have the 93 of BSR Ricky J and the 095 of Wiley King. Row 3 is the 66 of BSR Terry Scott and the 92 of Joshua Clements. Row 4 is the 103 of BSR Nelly and the 9 of Ken Hansen. Row 5 is the 4 of BSR Silver Bullet and the 144 of BSR Magoo. Row 6 is the 22 of Rick Craddock and the 114 of BSR Eli 114. Row 7 is the 011 of Steve Grant and the 028 of BSR Monty Keller. And on row 8, we have the 68 of BSR Brian Voiles and the 28 of BSR Mac Daddy.
Great field of drivers here once again tonight. 16 going to make up our field. 175 laps around the world's most famous half-mile bull ring short track here in Tennessee. So glad you joined us. Make sure, if you haven't already, folks, drop a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Be a friend, tell a friend. Share the streams out there. See a lot of folks sharing stream links. We appreciate you so much. We encourage you to do that because we continue to try to grow this brand, grow what we got here on YouTube. You can also find us on all of our social media. At JoeTowNetwork is the handle on all of them. Welcome in, Kathy, and also wanted to extend a very happy birthday to the driver of the number 68 Voiles Trucking Ford here tonight, Brian Voiles, celebrating what I was told is his 26th birthday. I don't know if anyone
one more than me.
I don't know if anyone can corroborate that. Is that the word?
I believe it.
So, we'd appreciate you. And Brain, glad to see you out there in chat, buddy. Miss you out on the racetrack.
Hey, does that mean we get some cake?
I hope so.
Get some birthday cake?
Also welcoming Greg. See Chris in chat as well, Fast29. You want birthday cake?
Yeah, man. I like some good cake.
What if I just DoorDashed your birthday cake right now?
That'd be nice.
Yeah. That would be nice. Waiter mumbles under his breath. What a cheap... You fill in the blank, folks. See the points leader, Tyler Mallon, out there in the number 18. Tyler's had a dominant start to the year, Weaver. It's nothing that we didn't expect, but this is the point in the season where a driver can start to slip a little bit now that you're kind of gotten into a rhythm, and it's a little bit easy to get complacent with running up front like this 18 team has done.
Yeah, I think a slow start for the 93 of Ricky J has kind of helped propel that 18 ahead early in the season. I think he's kind of starting to get back up there where he should be. You got Zach Rogers, who's running full-time this year. He's kind of putting a little bit of pressure on that 18, so not a lot of room for mistakes. He's been perfect so far, but he's going to have to keep that up all season.
And see in chat, yes, Bristol is a good boy. Keep it coming. Keep it coming throughout the night. We appreciate you. Every one of those is a pat on the head for Bristol, by the way. So, I think you see 2 so far, so that's 2 extra pats on the head for Bristol, the producer. I should do a video on our shorts feed. That's what I should do. Just Bristol getting pats on the head.
We just got to have a Bristol cam, dedicated
We
cam
do need a
on it.
Bristol cam. Now we're up to 3. Look at that. 4, 5. Oh, no. They've taken the challenge. 6. 7, 8. Oh no! Copy face. Hey, they all count the same. They all count the same. There's Zach Rogers in the 5. He's got that Terry Labonte scheme on the side of the car tonight. You know, he just meant to rattle his cage a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it's a risky paint scheme, I think, to pick here for this race.
Brain, I got a funny... So, we, when I moved from Ann Arbor to closer to where my job is now, and I moved into a house, and Bristol has never had a yard before. And so now he goes outside, he goes in. First off, this dog, he'll come to the back door, but he won't bark, Weaver. So, like, I'll be doing stuff, and I'm like, okay, and I gotta, like, check every 5 minutes to make sure he's not ready to come in. So, first thing, he's very polite. Never gets angry that he gets left outside if he doesn't bark. Second, he's gotten in the habit, Weaver. He comes inside the house, and then he just sits by the box of treats. I gave him a treat one time after he went outside, and now he thinks it's every time. And he get a load of that, you know?
So it's all a learning experience, you know?
All learn experience. But he will get extra treats for sure tonight. Car's getting gridded up. We wait to command to get engines fired here from the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Drivers, start your engines!
We get the command and engines are fired here from Bristol. Field rolls off. Tyler Mallon on pole once again here tonight in that 18 Interstate Batteries. To his outside will be the 5 of Zach Rogers. Row 2 is the 93 of Ricky J. And the 095 of Wiley King. Terry Scott and Joshua Clements make up row number 3 with Nelly in the 103. And the 9 of Ken Hansen in row 4. Rounding out your top 10 tonight is Silver Bullet and Magoo, Rick Craddock, Eli, Steve Grant, Monty Keller, Brian Voiles, the birthday boy, and Mac Daddy round out your field here tonight from Bristol. Green flag, we're racing here from Thunder Valley. I see Tyler Mellon out to a lead. Ricky J working to the inside of Zach Rogers as we head down into turns 3 and 4, Weaver.
Down into 3 and 4, still side by side for second. Give it to Zach Rogers down the back straightaway, but Ricky J's going to fight forward here through the corner.
Still a drag race back down into 3. These two side by side. Meanwhile, up front, it's the Tyler Mellon show once again. Rest of the field looks to have gotten single file behind them. So as these two continue to battle it out for second, they're using up those Goodyears, Weaver, and that is not a winning recipe. Rogers concedes the spot. Ricky J takes over second.
Yeah, Joe, and this is letting the 18 Tyler Mellon get that gap on him. Now he's going to be able to back it down a little bit, probably back up to second place here. Saves those tires. You know, these two were running hard for those first 3 laps.
You know, these drivers can go around 80 to 85 laps on a tank of Sunoco Racing fuel. The tires, though, it's always a stretch here at BSR. High load on these cars in these corners. So that tire wear always becomes a concern, Weaver. Tonight, too, if you can go 80 to 85 laps, that's really a one-stop race, but you got to stretch. There's like 15 laps that aren't accounted for, and that's going to be the differentiator here tonight for these drivers.
Yeah, Joe, I think we're going to see a lot more of just basing it on how you feel about those tires when you want to come in for your pit stops here tonight.
It's all about if this thing runs green. 2 weeks ago when you were on the call, we ran green to checkered at Atlanta. Last week, a couple more cautions. Darlington, always a tricky track. Bristol kind of lays somewhere in between those two. So, again, we'll keep our eyes on the field throughout the night. But you see pretty static. Wiley King, one of the drivers that's getting really aggressive, getting down on the apron on corner exit, Weaver, as we watch this 095.
Yeah, Joe, you want to kind of cut that corner exit as much as you can, make it as straight as possible so you can get that power down early and efficiently. Already starting to see some lap cars come into view for our leaders here.
That's Eli in the 114, Steve Grant in the 011. They're both pretty far off the pace here to start this race. Have to think some issues might have occurred in the open.
Oh, yeah, there was an incident. The 114 went around on lap 6, Joe. Went around the corner that stopped Steve Grant. Surprised that didn't bring out a yellow.
So Eli goes a lap down here as Malin makes the pass. Now Ricky J as well.
Eli giving plenty of room for these leaders to get by through the corners here.
And they're, of course, very appreciative of that early on in this race. Wiley King might have caught that 114 at an awkward spot there on corner exit. It's always hard to have that lap car to your outside when you're trying to get the power down because you can't get all the way up to next to that outside wall and really maximize your corner exit speed.
Yeah, especially here at Bristol, this is one of those tracks where you want to use it to its full limits. You want to bring it all the way to the wall on the straightaways. Anything less, you're really hurting that drive off.
We lose the video feed, and Weaver takes you radio style.
We are continuing to go fast and turn left here at Bristol. It's a wonderful day, a nice 70 degrees, I think.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Was it warm down there for you today? It was warm back home in Michigan.
It was nice and moderate, I'd say. Probably wasn't more than low 70s. Perfect for me. That's what I want year round is low 70s. Perfect.
Tyler Mallon's still out in front of the field. You didn't miss much, folks. Although Wiley King looks to have had an issue. He's lost a lot of spot positions. Brian Voiles in the 68. Celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Brian. Put the camera on him. He's getting a little loose out here, Weaver.
Oh, curse.
It's that pressure. We're gonna go away, Brian. We're gonna go away from you. Battle for second starting to heat up. Zach Rogers closing in on Ricky J.
Closing in on Ricky J, putting that pressure on him, maybe trying to force him into a mistake to get that easy pass. Don't want to work too hard. You already worked hard early in this run on those tires. We got one around down there on the apron. That's Wiley King still having some issues. He's going to go a lap down.
No caution. Night that started off pretty well. Started on the outside of row number 2, did Wiley King. Now a lap down here early on in the running. That's that Pontiac horsepower, Weaver.
Just a little loose, you know.
Just a little, hey.
Too many ponies under the hood.
It's been a stellar start to the year though for this 095 team. Wiley King, Steve Grant also has had a good start to the year. Steve, I believe, finished 3rd in points last year, so he had a pretty excellent 2023. Looking to continue that here in 2024. Yeah, Brain, I think he had a little too much birthday cake before the race. Oh, no!
Got contact further back. Rick Craddock gets into the back of Wiley King.
Now the two cars battling for the lucky dog here. They're side by side. This night's just gone from bad to worse for this 095 team.
Just some compounding issues for Wiley King and crew right now. Gotta find that groove, gotta get back in it. There's a lot of racing left here. Anything can happen.
To go back to the battle for second between Ricky J and Zach Rogers.
Looking pretty similar between those two. They've closed in on Tyler Mallon just a little bit here these past few laps. Getting close there for the lead, but nowhere near close enough to make a move. Same with Rogers on Ricky J. Oh, we got a caution on the track.
That's Eli around in turn 4.
Is it back going now? See how that happened.
It's like he got loose on corner entry, Weaver. Down into turn 3. The car just steps out on him. He's saving it, and then contact with Ken Hansen.
I'd have to agree with that assessment. Like you said, just a little loose, a little help from the 9 of Hansen, and ends up stuck looking the wrong way.
Oh, first decision for these leaders tonight, to pit or not to pit. That is the question, and it looks like...
You gotta pit, Joe.
Yeah, well, and this puts you at a 1 stop, right? This gets you 1 stop to the end of the race. You pit now.
At Bristol, if you got a chance to come down for tires and you ran more than 5 laps, I'm probably coming down. The long wrap around pit road here, special to Bristol. Oh no, looks like the 92 might have missed the stall the first time around. Tyler Mallon wins our race off pit road. Ricky J comes out in second. Zach Rogers in third. Nelly gained one spot there up into fourth.
Remind you folks at home, upcoming races here on JTN presented by our friends at Scheme Haven. 1 week from tonight, Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action heads to the Lone Star State. The Texas Motor Speedway coverage kicking off at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Then the Fast Renegade Cup Series heads to Daytona for their season opener. Of course, had their clash a couple weeks ago with our friends over at FRN from the LA Coliseum. Fast is back live here on JTN on Sunday, February 18th, 9 p.m. And then February 20th, we also open up Hobo Racing's Cup Series season from Daytona, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. We have those races and much, much more. They're all going to be live right here only on JTN. Only on JTN.
Only.
Only.
Nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
If you find us somewhere else,
That ain't us.
that ain't us. Yeah, it is. Or let us know, and we got some suing to do.
Can you imagine sending someone a lawsuit over a 20-year-old video game broadcast? I guess you could because you brought it up.
Listen, if someone's that bold to steal it, they deserve to get sued for all they're worth. Which probably won't be much, but...
You ready to go back? Green flag racing. Tyler Mallon with control for the restart. Coming to lap 37 of 175. Mallon with control. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Bristol. Single file restart, a more organized start for our leaders. They are 1, 2, 3, and everyone else staying single file behind. Although that's Brian Voiles up the track. He's having issues, Weaver.
Having issues, but keeps it going. We're good
Oh,
here.
he's not.
Still getting hold of them cold tires here.
Why are cold tires so much more troubling on a concrete racetrack?
It's just, you don't really have a whole lot of grip out here to begin with, but the cold tires, it expands on that. You just even less grip, sliding around everywhere. It's not fun.
Not fun.
Things staying tight up here at the front. Top six all running nose to tail. Ricky J starting to pull a little bit on third place. Getting close to that rear bumper. Tyler Mallon here staying close.
How crucial is it for Ricky J to kind of keep close to this 18 and apply some sort of pressure over the duration of the run?
Really, you got to put pressure on him the whole time. You know Tyler Mallon's whole thing is to save tires, conserve here early, and really push towards the end. So if you can force him to push hard all run, you're going to put him in a position at the end of this run where he's not really fully comfortable, not used to it. So
Is unfamiliarity kind of like when you talk about Tyler Mallon, you talk about Ricky J, you know, both champions of this series, is trying to put them in situations that they're unfamiliar with. Is that, you know, if you're Zach Rogers there in third, or, you know, one of these two going against each other, is that kind of the recipe for success when trying to beat a champion of this series, Weaver?
I think it has to be. I think racing in general, the best key that you can learn, the best trick is just how to make your competitors uncomfortable in what they're doing, because that's gonna lead to things just being a lot easier for you. You're not gonna have to work as hard. They're gonna be making the mistakes. So if you can go out there, force somebody into an uncomfortable position, a lot of the times it's gonna work out in your favor.
You just want people to make mistakes? That's all you hope for? A little shallow?
Yeah, I mean, it's a shallow sport, man. I want to win.
Hey, I don't blame you. You get a shiny piece of metal. You know, that's pretty cool. You get some fat stack of dollar bills, and I mean, what more could you ask for, honestly? Weaver's thinking of something, but I have a feeling he can't say it.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of something.
I mean, you got a few of these trophies, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
No, me neither.
No. But that just makes me more special. No, not watered down.
Yeah, you don't want to be like Tyler Mallon winning 18 races in a season, right?
Yeah, I mean, what's the fun in that? Who wants to go out there and win like 7 championships? That's not fun.
No. You know,
challenge yourself.
I enjoy racing for the grind, you know?
Yeah, it's all about the grind.
All about
That's what
the
we're here
grind.
for. Let's put on this earth to grind.
Wait a minute.
What? You know what my favorite shoe is, Joe?
What's that?
It's the DC shoe. This is a skate shoe. And I stay grinding.
You're really reaching now.
I don't think I am. I just don't think you're a real grinder.
No, I never skateboarded. No.
I can tell.
I know.
Top 3 have started to break away just a little bit here. Nelly's still staying close there in 4th, but top 3 under a blanket as they approach Magoo here to put him a lap down.
Eric Scott rounding out your top 5 right now. Yeah, these top 3, they're kind of the 3 amigos, aren't they? The big 3, if you would. Best part is you got a Toyota, a Ford, and Chevrolet all represented, too, in that top 3.
We like our representation, don't we, Joe?
What was that?
We like our representation, don't we, Joe?
We do. I don't know what that means. There's always a hidden agenda with you, Weaver, okay?
What do you... yeah, the hidden agendas, you were just talking about all the different manufacturers that are represented here, and I said representation is nice, and felt like that was...
But like that was what?
I felt like everything about that was very clear.
No. Folks, we're hoping you're having fun out there. Watching some good old classic short track racing.
Getting past this lap car now. Tyler Mellon's starting to stretch his legs just a little bit on this lead as they have started to pull a gap on 4th place Nelly now.
Wait, did Wiley King get disqualified?
It's looking that way in the standings box here.
Got Greg in chat saying he was DQ'd because he didn't get his black flag cleared. Oh my goodness.
No, we did miss that. That is a shame. You know what they say, Joe?
What's that?
You'll get that on these big jobs.
I don't think we should be making light of him getting DQ'd.
I mean, what else are we gonna do? It's a shame.
It is a shame.
What happened? Just
It
like there's a
happened.
caution on track.
Oh,
That just
no.
happened.
Silver Bullet, Ryan Voiles, they're both kind of off pace here. Like Silver Bullet just saw what Eli did earlier. Silver Bullet kind of does the same thing this time down into turn 1. Here's the replay. There he goes. Bam. Ooh. Eli almost made contact, but didn't.
Very close call there. Luckily for Silver Bullet, there backed it into the wall, but not too hard. Damage shouldn't be too bad.
I'd always rather back it into the wall than nose it into the wall too. But, you know, what do I know? You know? Whole field coming down pit lane once again.
Gotta come down here.
We've heard Super Bowl weekend.
Is it?
Yeah. Who you
Guess
got?
that is a thing that's happening. Who do I got? I guess the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm kind of same boat with you.
Yeah, not a very compelling matchup for me personally, but
Yeah.
I hope it's a good game. I
Do you-
hope people enjoy it.
Do you have any tips for this, like, losing in the NFC Championship game feeling?
Get used to it because it might happen again.
Okay. Race off pit roads won by Tyler Mallon with relative ease. NBA trade deadline was today. Beaver has lost connection, so I am the only one here. We'll wait updates from him. But we should be going back green next time by here. Tyler Mallon with control for the restart. Back to lap 73 of 175 from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Rain, you're right. It's such a small racetrack, so anytime you try to clear anything, it's so hard for these admins. Get back on! Green flag, lap 73 of 175. Malin loose there off the corner. Ricky J had a shot to get aggressive, but decided not to. At 93 is going to be all over the back bumper of this 18. He's got to smell blood in the water. Cold tires, cold tires, cold tires. That's going to be a key here. Side by side further on back for the 5th position. Steve Grant gets to the inside and passes Terry Scott. Clements follows him through. Zach Rogers trying to charge back to the front of the field. He elected to stay out to lead a lap, get the bonus points.
Thing on?
Yeah?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
What happened to you?
I got lost. That was odd.
crazy.
It was just this, like, I could connect. That was weird.
Tyler Mallon saw him get, cold tires on the restart. Didn't agree with that 18 car. Ricky J had an opportunity to pounce. Wasn't able to take full advantage of it. They're battling for the lead here. Zach Rogers is still trying to climb back through the field after staying out on that last restart, or staying out under that caution to lead a lap, excuse me. Kathy says welcome back, by the way. Kind of keep an eye on Rogers trying to climb back through the field. See, they're about to put Magoo a lap down. That 144 car. Oh, Magoo. Right in front of the leaders. He takes it slow on the apron. He's going to let all these guys go on by. Good save there from the driver of the 144. Wiley, that still sucks, man. All right, Weaver, are you back here? Are you with us?
I think we are back in. We're ready to go. I'm seeing things. I got questions, but now ain't the time for answers. That was a first.
Hopefully, a last.
Yeah. This is very random.
Zach Rogers getting to the inside of Clements here. Make that pass on the 92 Ally Chevrolet. Love that Ally
That was
purple.
my turn to ask the questions. How do you end up back there, Joe?
He elected to stay out and lead a lap under that caution.
Okay.
So,
Playing the points game.
playing the points game.
Has opened the door for that 103 and Nelly now up in third. He's doing a good job staying with these leaders.
Tyler Mallon, though, starting to stretch the legs a little bit here. Has about a half-second lead over Ricky J in the 93. And about another half-second back to Nelly in third. Welcome in, Allison. Beaver, we're kind of settling into this race, aren't we?
I would hope we're already settled in. We're lap 92, Joe. We're almost done. These drivers better be thinking of how to get unsettled and get out here and win this race. They got a 18 car up there that needs to be beat.
Are we going to start openly rooting for people to beat Tyler?
No, but
Okay. I mean, because we
I'm
could.
just saying that's the mentality these drivers have to have. If you're second on back, there's a guy that's dominating, and your goal each week should be go dethrone that person.
Go kick his butt?
Yeah.
Only you
More
don't say
motivation. Zach Rogers to the inside of Rick Craddock here for fourth. He's going to make the... Whew. the pass
Yeah.
just barely clears them there and through the corner.
That's what we call a clincher, right?
Oh yeah, listen, you go into the corner that close here at Bristol, you never know when that person's gonna let off the brake, get back on the throttle, so you got to kind of go off of them, but you also got to kind of anticipate it, because if you wait too long and be too reactionary, you're going to be late on getting back on the throttle.
Back up front, still the Tyler Mallon show. Let's see, we're supposed to be the non-partial voice of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series presented by Voiles Trucking. Allison, like, we can't openly cheer against Tyler. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just keep asking Tyler the same 2 questions every week, like I already kind of do, Weaver, and then he'll stop winning. He'll just start finishing second, and then he'll win a couple weeks later, and we kind of like go back and forth that way.
Maybe, you never know. You never know.
Caution.
Oh, Magoo stopped down on the inside wall.
Our third yellow
That's on
of the
back
night.
straight.
This one will get it to where we won't have to pit again if this thing runs green to the end. As you get the replay here off turn number 2. Goo gets loose. Eli hits him, finishes the job. Again, we talked about it. A lot of drivers really loose. Corner entry, corner exit. That time the 144 goes around corner exit.
Yeah, and that's just the story of racing here at Bristol. You know, you're going to get that here.
In a race that has been dominated by the 18 car, Weaver, what do you do on this pit stop to try to find a way around him?
I don't know if I'm doing anything different on this pit stop, just with how pivotal it could be. You know, you come in here, this could be your last stop of the night, so I'm definitely taking 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel. I might want to make a little adjustment maybe if I've noticed something I can do here, somewhere I can improve the car. I also got to be careful if this does run green all the way, you make too big of an adjustment. We haven't had a long green flag run like that, so don't know exactly how that car is going to build by the end of a run.
So Mallon once again wins the race off of pit road.
Oh no, Joe. He didn't win the race off pit road.
Well,
It'd be the 9 of Ken Hansen.
you know, if I was paying more attention...
Fuel only for that 9 car here on this stop.
That's a little risky, right? Oh, he's coming back down. Aw, come on!
It may have been an accidental checking of the tires there, maybe. Joe, now you see what he did there, the 9 of Ken Hansen. He stopped and waited for the pace car. Why would he do that, Joe?
Stopped and waited for the pace car before coming down pit lane?
Yeah.
Well, you can't pass the pace car in pit lane entry, Weaver. That's a sore subject for me, if I'm being honest with you. Did you know that?
What? That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, yeah. Why is that a sore subject for me?
Oh, I think that might have cost you something.
What'd that cost me?
I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe you can enlighten the viewers at home.
Are you talking about the Darlington one?
No, it was here at Bristol.
Did I lose? No, that... Okay, that one was really frustrating because 2 liters off of turn 4, wreck right in front of me. I am full throttle. I'm trying to get around these guys, get back to the line. I think I get back to the line before the caution comes out. And everyone's yelling and screaming. Well, the time I get to turn 4, it's, oh no, you gotta wait for the pace car. You gotta wait for the pace car. And then I'm getting pushed across the start-finish line. It was great. I hated it. Still mad about that to this day. Thanks for reminding me, Weaver. Randall Coleman, I know where you live. All right. That's not true. I don't know where Randall lives. But it is his fault, so. You want to know why it's his fault, Weaver?
Why is it his fault?
Because he was mad that he lost. That's why.
These are some very accusatory statements thrown around.
This is stuff from, like, what, like 8 years ago now?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Race car drivers don't forget, folks. These drivers out there, they're not going to forget if you wrong them once. So just keep that in mind. Tyler Mound lead us back to green here. Coming to lap 109 and 175. We're back underway from Thunder Valley. That's going to get back to him, too, now that I said that out loud. Shoot. Can't wait for the message. What are you talking? You know what about me? No.
Zach Rogers trying to take a look low on Nelly here for third. We do it down here in turn 3.
And he got to the inside. You saw Nelly clip the wall there on corner exit 2. That really, you know, kind of hampers the speed of that Chevrolet.
Look up there in 5th position. 011 Steve Grant had issues early. He's been working his way up through the field here. Now into the top 5.
And, you know, I mentioned it. 3rd in points last year at season's end. This 011 team, they have constant speed. They're looking to put one of these races together and get into victory lane. So, you know, you're this Pontiac team. You're just kind of running your race right now. Monty Keller loose there off of turn 3. Haven't talked too much about Monty tonight, but he's up there in 6th. Had a stellar run Saturday night in the Linfoils Memorial Race. Back up front, though. Still the Tyler Malin Show.
It is, but they're close behind him. Zach Rogers looks to have found something here on this last run, putting some heavy pressure on Ricky J here for second. Always interesting to me, Joe, in this race tonight so far. We'll see it. We're running real close here right now, but given about 10 laps, how quickly this field can get spread out.
Well, and these drivers, too, Weaver, they know they can make it to the end of this race. They don't have to take another trip down pit lane. Now, we've talked about it. You mentioned it early with our first caution of the night. If you get an opportunity to come down pit lane here at Bristol, you're taking it, right? But these drivers are also kind of running on the assumption if this thing runs green to the end, I don't have to come back down. I don't have to wave to my pit crew. They can go get their ice cream bars and just chill out down there on pit road.
Gotta be careful though. Still a lot of racing left. Closing in on 50 laps to go. Already ran a good 10 laps on these tires by that point, so it'll be a good run here to finish if it does end up going green to the checker here.
And these laps, they just click off at such a extreme rate at Bristol, right? So, yeah, it's just,
Yeah, I gotta say, I feel like a Bristol race probably feels like it goes by the quickest as far as lap count, in my opinion.
And I hate that because I love these races, man.
Yeah.
They're so
I mean,
good.
Martinsville is up there, but there's so much heavy braking and it's flat and slow through the corners that you still kind of feel like it's a good full lap.
Yeah, this race just flies by, right?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of flying by, that 18 is starting to fly away from second place here as Ricky J caught the wall just a couple laps ago. Zach Rogers took a peek on the inside. He wants that second place. That's what Tyler Mellon would love to see in his mirror, these two battling it out.
How, if you're Tyler right now and you're seeing these two kind of, they're not really racing each other, but you can definitely tell Zach's starting to apply some pressure to Ricky J. Do you try to keep that in your mind and maybe let Ricky J get to your bumper in the hopes that he kind of gets sandwiched in between a rock and a hard place strategy and, tire save? I don't know what I'm getting at, Weaver, but if you're that middle car, sometimes you can get a little, you got to tighten up a little bit behind the wheel.
Yeah, you do, especially when you're running tight like this. You kind of got to manage ahead and behind, but I think if you're Tyler Mountain, you're just running your own race out here right now, letting them worry about that. If they can catch up to you, then they'll be there, and it'll be that situation. But I think he probably just wants to put as much room between him and that 93 as possible and hope those two get the battle in there for second.
Wiley, I think that's a great point. It says the track will distort your sense of time. Does for me anyway. When it feels like everything is in slow motion, you usually start running your fastest laps. And that's really something you hear a lot of race car drivers talk about. Sometimes when they're behind the wheel, everything kind of slows down for them, which sounds, kind of, it's the opposite of what you think when you think racing, but it makes a lot of sense, right? Like everything starts to slow down, things get a little easier, a little more simplistic behind the wheel of a race car. You're running 3 laps a minute, right? Almost 4.
That's a good way to put it. Zach Rogers again taking that peek to the inside, trying to get a nose in on the 93 here on corner entry. Not quite there yet. Gotta let Ricky J know that you're there. You're challenging for that position. Keep it fresh on his mind. You got a big yellow bumper. Make him think about it.
That catches your eye in the rear view, huh?
Mm-hmm.
These cars don't have those rear view cameras yet, but man, could you imagine if you had one of those too and you just got that big Cornflakes logo right in front of you?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, those rear view cameras, they're dangerous, man.
There's a reason why you don't drive with one on.
See, that's the thing people doing is going to get me in trouble. You can see yourself too well in them.
Can you do that?
Yeah, you never been driving behind somebody that had one of those, Joe?
Like a dash cam?
No, they have the rear view mirror, but it's a camera instead of an actual mirror.
Yeah. No, I've seen that, but I mean like having it like on your in your infotainment center.
Oh,
Or your
I'm just
screen.
talking about the ones that have it on the
Camera, yeah. No, my I got a buddy. His dad has a Grand Cherokee, and it's got that. You can like switch between like a normal mirror and the The fancy one, I guess.
Coming up on some lap traffic. First will be Magoo and then Eli. Now we're starting to see how spread out this field can get, like we were talking about earlier here. Big gap back to fourth place as Nelly's still running in fourth.
You see Tyler Mallon starting to stretch the lead here, closing in on 25 laps to go. Eli with a little bit of an issue there, saw some smoke get kicked up.
Had a little wiggle there as Mallon was going by. I'm sure that second, third place car there got a good little pucker out of that one. There's that 18 starting to pull away just a little bit. Looks a little better here on the longer run.
Why Tyler Mallon just doesn't show all his cards, man. He keeps them close to the vest. Steve Grant's gotten up into the 4th position in the 011. Nelly resides in 5th. The rest of the lead lap cars all single file, all in their own little zip codes right now.
Joshua Clemens in the 92, they're running in 6th. I haven't said his name much today, but working forward here towards the later half of the race.
And he was a driver that had a really strong run last week at Darlington in this 92 car, so good to see Joshua with another strong showing tonight. And you always want to win the race, right? But sometimes a solid night where you keep yourself out of trouble, that's the best kind of night.
Yeah, I think especially the case of a track like Bristol or like you said last week at Darlington, you just want to go out there and have a good race above all. If you can win, it's great, but those are tracks you just want to finish and feel like you had a good run at. Under 25 laps to go here. Tyler Mallon still trying to grow that lead a little bit on Ricky J in 2nd. Ricky J starting to put a little bit of air between him and Zach Rogers for 3rd.
So we'll watch this battle for a second because it's kind of the closest one we have on track right now.
We have a little trouble for birthday boy there going through the corner. He lets the leaders by. Alright, well, still running strong though.
Hey,
He's out here to finish races, and it looks like that's what he's on his way to do here tonight.
Kathy, if you can drive your car onto the trailer, it's been a good night. Yes, indeed. Zach Rogers is about to rattle a couple cages.
He about rattled his own cage, caught too much of the apron there coming off of the corner, and he was dirt tracking about down the whole front straightaway. That would have worked a couple years ago when they were putting dirt on this place, but not anymore.
We're not doing that anymore. You see they were testing rain tires today?
I did.
Here, I was kind of surprised by that, honestly.
Yeah, that is.
Thought we weren't gonna do that.
Hey, I mean, if they feel like they can do it, more power to them.
I guess.
Yeah, you remember those old wreck videos you see from Bristol NASCAR the game? I think that's where we're heading if we run here in the rain, but it'll be good entertainment.
I think RFK posted, if anyone's interested in that, they posted some videos today.
Saw they also said the walls are going to look pretty similar to this come the spring race.
Oh, they're gonna be white walls?
Yeah, they said white with red stripes for the day race.
Oh, I like that.
You didn't see how they even had the drivers that were doing the test, they painted the first little bit of white on the wall.
No, I didn't. I wasn't paying. I was at work, Weaver. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's at work right now. It's Tyler Mellon. He's grown that gap even more here, closing in on their 10 to go mark, but still a close battle here for second between Ricky J and Zach Rogers.
We need you over on the Fake Racers podcast with these transitions you're hitting, man.
Listen, if there's one thing I can do, it's the transition. Because all those years of playing 2K where the coach tells me I got to get better at transition defense every time I go to practice.
See, I always got that in the Chell games.
They don't know anything but the transition defense.
Robo Malin, yeah. If you look at the fall-off chart of this 18 car, it is insane. Like in third place, trying to fight through some traffic. Here comes Zach Rogers. Big move to the inside of Ricky J for second.
Big move still side by side. Ricky J catches a little bit of the wall there.
Oh, contact!
Rogers comes up the track just a little bit in the corner there. Pushes Ricky J wide. Completes the pass, but Ricky J, he's going to want that back after that one. Will he have enough time, though, Joe? We're closing in on 5 laps to go in this one. Tyler Mellon in some heavy traffic right now. Zach Rogers trying to hunt him down. This may be a chance as you got 2 cars trying to go side by side in front of our leader.
They're going to think wiser of it.
Hansen goes high, makes way for Mellon. Got 2-lap car buffer back to second place.
Ricky J having some issues. Don't know what that was all about. Oh, Brian Voil's slow.
I think that was just pushing hard off the corner, got loose there, Joe.
Oh, Rick Craddock also. They're 3 wide. Don't do that.
On the apron. Oh, that's one way to get by him. Ricky J goes to the bottom to get by Rick Craddock here.
Tyler Mellon out in front. Just 3 laps to go when we get back to the line, I believe, Weaver. I know lap counter likes to be a little slow here in the late stages of this race, especially on this short track.
3 to go last time by. Right now, 3 to go.
Working lap 173, coming to 174. 2 laps to go off of turn number 4. Tires are gone right now. That's right, Brain. Tires are absolutely gone. 2 laps to go. It's like 1 to go. It's 1 mile to go. Judeth Craver, 1 to go here from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Check out the new novel out now on Amazon on your Death Craver. 1 to go. White flag in the air. 1 lap remains from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Another dominant performance out of the driver of the number 18 car. Tyler Mellon brings it down into turns 3 and 4. And with relative ease, the 18 Interstate Batteries car goes back to victory lane here at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Another win for the 18 car of Tyler Mellon. Zach Rogers brings it home in second. Ricky J, unable to get back to his bumper, brings it home in third. Steve Grant ends up in 4th position, and the 92 of Joshua Clements rounds out your top 5.
Strong showing again for that 92 team. Tyler Mallon, though, will get to burn it down here for the fans in Thunder Valley. Or not. Oh, there we go. Had me worried there. We'll move on to your post-race coverage. Get your results on your screens in mere moments. Folks, again, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN here this evening. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on JTN. JoeTowNetwork. Wait, we got any other notes for him?
Check your radiators.
Check your radiators, says Joseph Weaver. Well, why should they check their radiators? Is there something wrong with them, or?
Well, there might be. You don't know if you don't check them.
That is, wow. Wow. Bristol is a good boy count officially ends the night at 17. Bristol will be getting, oh wait, sorry. Officially ends at 20 for the night. So 20 hats on the head. Check out the shorts feed sometime tomorrow for that video. Hopefully.
I think you got to work out a deal, maybe 10 head pads, 10, or maybe a treat or something to go along with it.
Kind of sweeten the pot a little bit for him.
Yeah, maybe. What kind of burger he like from McDonald's? Don't he like a good McDonald's?
Yeah, he do. But here's the thing, Weaver. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but the vet said no more beef.
Oh, give him a chicken nugget.
Vet also said no more chicken nuggets.
Well, tell the vet he's off his rocker. He's a dog. He's here for a good time. Can't put the man on a diet.
It's not he's going on a diet. This is allergies.
I mean, he likes it, so it must be worth it to him.
Let's go ahead and start by bringing in the winner of tonight's race, the driver of the number 18 Interstate Batteries Toyota, Tyler Mallon. Tyler, you got a copy?
I got a copy, Joe and Joe.
That feels wrong. Wow. Okay.
Well, there's two of you here. There's two Joes.
It's our name.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't call Weaver. I don't call you Joe.
Whose fault is that?
It's the Joe and Joe show.
I think it's your fault, actually.
I didn't ask for that.
Well, Anyways, Tyler, another big win here tonight at Bristol. How's it feel to win at the world's fastest half mile?
It feels so good. This track is so much fun to drive and just be like door to door with people. I just want to say it was a great run to the end there. Honestly, it's not many places can go green that many laps at Bristol, and this place can because everyone in here is that good. So.
Well, and you're that good. I mean, another win on the year. You're going to help extend your points lead. How important is it to kind of get off to this strong start? You led 172 of 175 tonight.
It helps to get off to a strong start. You don't want to be playing catch up all season. I kind of felt like with missing 3 of the first 4 races last season, or I think it was 4 of the first 5 or something. I don't know. But you definitely want to get off to a strong start, and it puts you in a good position for the rest of the season and for the rest of the championship run. So just glad I've been having that good start in this 18 Interstate Batteries team.
Well, again, continuing the great start to the year, Tyler, congratulations on another dominant performance here tonight from Thunder Valley. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. Great partners on the car, as always. You got a big sword that you get to celebrate with, too, so have fun with that, but be safe. Floor is yours, though. I know you got some great sponsors to thank.
Thanks. First off, thanks to you guys for broadcasting, as always. Thank you to Brian and Kathy Voiles for sponsoring the series. Magoo for starting this whole thing up. He's the one who started it way back when, and he's kept it going all this time, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Thanks to everyone in BSR for putting on, like I said, such a great race, such a clean race at Bristol. Like I said, not a lot of people, not a lot of groups can run this clean at Bristol, and this is such a great group that we're able to do that, and I'm just very proud to be a part of it.
Well, Tyler, again, congratulations on another stellar run here to start the year. It's always a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk with you. I have a feeling we'll be talking with you probably next week and the week after and the week after that, unless things go wrong. Again,
I hope so.
keep up the good work, man. And yeah, congratulations once again. And thank you so much for taking some time with us.
Thank you.
Tyler Mallon, driver number 18, your race winner here tonight from Bristol. Let's go ahead and bring in our second place finisher. He's the driver of the number 5, Zach Rogers. Zach, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Strategy call there about halfway through the race to stay out, lead a lap, then come back down the pit lane. How tough was it to fight back through traffic?
Oh, it wasn't that hard. You had the first few people were very courteous, and then you just kind of had to bide your time, be patient, and set up the passes as people either got really loose or they got up and brushed the wall, and just had to be patient, make sure you didn't wreck anybody getting by them. So
When a track like Bristol is notorious for being hard, especially with lap traffic. When you get the respect out there from a lot of those lap guys, you saw a lot of them moving up and out of the way. And then the end of the race comes, and these guys, they're battling for position, and you're kind of tasked with driving through them and trying to get away from Ricky J. How difficult is it to kind of flip that switch and kind of, you have to be understanding of what they're racing for, but also I'm sure you hope that they're also understanding of what you're doing out there.
yeah, well, I saw Tyler go into that right after I had gotten by Ricky J, and then I saw Ricky get loose in my mirror, and he lost a couple tenths. So I was like, okay, like I'm just going to take this super cautiously, and if I give up half a second doing so, so be it. And then the seas parted at just the right time for me because I think 2 people dove to the apron because it was just like crazy. Like it was like, oh my goodness.
Zach, again, another stellar run here tonight at Bristol, second place finish. Can't thank you enough for your support of us here on JT, and of course being part of our One to Go sponsorship. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. Great partners on the card, great folks to shout out and thank, great things to shout out and thank. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
Before that,
Oh,
I have a question.
okay.
Did you see the pass for second, or were you watching Tyler go through the mess of lap cars?
No, we saw the pass for second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I have never spent the whole race trying to pass someone for 170 laps before, and now I know what KJ felt last night trying to pass me. So
Oh!
track position, yeah, holy crap, track position was key tonight. Got to thank Kellogg's for being on the car tonight. DuPont Airheads and Bass Pro Shops. We got Airheads making its debut next week, so can't wait for Texas. I'll get to Texas in a second, but Corsair, Lowe's, Rockwell, which was on the truck for the win last night, and oh my gosh, why am I blanking now? Steve's tea, which I drink on the daily. You guys, of course, for the stream and the One to Go partnership. Brian and Kathy Voiles for putting the stream on, along with everyone at Bomb Squad Racing, including Magoo, who is at the head of it all. Without Magoo, we wouldn't have this great league. Got to thank everyone that raced tonight for racing hard, but also being courteous and everything. This track's basically like Darlington. It's so tight, and you get in the corner just a little too hard, and you like scooch up the track that 1 inch, and contact tends to be made. But hey, that's just that's good hard short track racing. So I'm looking forward to Texas. I feel I don't want to set expectations high, but I feel really good about what we got for Texas next week. But we got one more Bristol race tomorrow night first, so let's go. Also, let's go 49ers this weekend. Super Bowl, let's go. My jersey is supposed to come in tomorrow, so fingers crossed it actually shows up.
Oh, you didn't win any brownie points in this booth with that comment. Oh, man.
Oh,
Diddy
well,
Weaver.
Not for me.
You guys won the college thing, so, you should be happy about that at least.
Well, you also got a Packers fan up here, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You guys have a good team coming, so.
Zach, good luck tomorrow night going for that 4th Xfinity Series win here in BSR on the year.
Who's counting?
Yes, you are, apparently.
I know. That's the joke.
Congratulations on another strong run here tonight for Bristol. As always, it's a pleasure talking with you. Again, hope we're talking with you once again after the race soon.
Yep, thanks. Bristol's a good boy, by the way.
Add to the list. Zach Rogers, driver the number 5, your 2nd place finisher here tonight from Bristol. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our 3rd place finisher. He's the driver of the 93 Voiles Trucking Ford. He had an eventful end to the race. Ricky J. Ricky J, you got a copy.
Hello.
Hello. I mean, talk about that battle with you and the 5. I mean, you held him off.
It was chaotic.
How tough is it? You know, you guys are coming up on lap traffic. Tires were gone, you know, at the end of that run. We saw you guys, maybe a little bit of contact there too. He dove into the inside. I feel like that's all fair game with you two, but how tough is that battle, especially knowing with how evenly matched you two are on a week in and week out basis?
It's tough. The car was pretty good. It was good on entry, but a little bit too loose on exit, and we just came up on all those lap cars, and it was like calamity ensued. So we just hung on there, and we had a decent run.
Well, decent run tonight. We've talked, missed a couple races early on in the year. I believe, got into trouble early at Daytona as well. How do you continue to try to climb your way out of this early season hole that you've made, that you guys have run into with this 93 team?
I'll just keep coming and running and being consistent week in and week out and just having a good time.
What do you need to do to beat that 18?
Practice. If I feel like it.
Well, hey, fair shot. Hey, you got 2 of those championship trophies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really have to try until he catches you on that one, right?
We'll see.
Ricky, again, a great run here tonight. 3rd place finish. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. You got great partners on the car as always. Know you got some great folks to shout out as well. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to you guys for doing the broadcast every single week. Thank you, Brian, Kathy Voiles from Voiles Trucking, Magoo, everyone here at BSR for coming on and racing. Thanks to everybody out there for watching, and hopefully we'll see y'all next week.
Well, Ricky, again, congratulations as always on a strong run here tonight. Can't thank you enough for giving us some time after this race. And again, congratulations. And yeah, can't thank you enough for your time. Hope we're talking with you again soon.
Thanks, Joe.
BSR Ricky J, driver the 93, your 3rd place finisher here from Bristol. We have 3 drivers there in our top 3 tonight that are kind of at different points, right? Tyler Mallon has had the sustained success. Zach Rogers trying to get over that hump, and Ricky J trying to get back to that level of success.
Yeah, Joe, 3 very talented individuals that can win any week, but 3 very different mindsets and outlooks and racing philosophies, which I think is what's going to keep it interesting, even if Tyler Mallon does seem to have the upper hand early this year. Anything can happen with these 3 and even more in the field. So definitely something to watch as we go through the season.
And we will continue to watch it right here on JTN. Remember, folks, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video. Make sure you are subscribed. You don't want to miss a second of the action here on the JoeTow Network. You can also follow us on our social media at JoeTow Network, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're on all of them. JoeTow Network. Make race day posts so you don't miss any race. If you want to get in on the action here at the Bomb Squad Racing League, you can head to bombsquadracing.net. We also have it linked in the video description below. Sign up. You got to race on a Thursday before you can race on a Thursday. You got to race on a Wednesday before you can race on a Thursday. Did I say you have to race on a Thursday before you can race on a Thursday, Weaver?
I think something like that. But
I said that. You got to at least do one race before you're allowed to do a TV race. 'Cause I know we've had a couple drivers in the past show up and that kind of ran into something. But run those truck races. Run those Xfinity races. They're open setup. Get you acclimated to everything and all these guys here. It's a great group of guys at Bomb Squad Racing. Can't advocate for them enough and all that they do. And I can't thank them enough for all they do for us here on JTN. But again, folks, with all of that being said, a big thank you, as always, goes out to the clubhouse here at BSR and to Brian and Kathy Voiles Trucking for their constant support of not only the Bomb Squad Racing League, but us here on JTN, broadcasting each and every Thursday night for 30 straight weeks with our friends at BSR. With all that being said, though, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, my colleague Joseph Weaver, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
Three wide for second, but Sean Whitehill is going to bring it home and win the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Ricky J closing up off turn 4. He's going to have a run to the inside. He blocks into the grass. Checkers out. Hardy wins it.
Ricky, what's going on in your brain right now?
Yeah, putting on 4 big rubber shoes and 2 gallons of, not 2 gallons, 2 cans of exploding dino juice here, Joe.
Down to the tunnel turn. These guys are throwing it through there and around to the back. Oh,
no.
The wall, as well as RJ Bishop. Down in front of Keith Hughes. Oh, no! Big RJ Bishop. Oh, my God. Ricky
big
J,
wreck.
big crash into the wall.
Oh,
the leaders
no.
have wrecked. Ricky J is upside down. Magoo is hard in the wall. Tyler Mallon escapes with no damage. Everybody else in this main group, including Nelly, is junk.
Through the north chute, they'll go. The 24's into the wall. Almost contact there. The 10 with the shallow entry into turn 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Folks, the 24's in the wall. They make contact. Turn around. Napick goes on through the flip. Rich Napick's going to win the Culver Bluff 200.